Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to another Black Library review. This time, The Covens of Blood, written by Anna Stevens, Liane Merciel and Jamie Crisalli. I'm sorry, those are already two names more than I can remember every time I read a book. Okay, Daughters of Cain fans, this is your time to shine. But before we dive in completely, this is a pre-Broken Realms story, so Morathi is still regular Morathi, she's not a goddess. The Mathqua is still there, and well, Kragnos hasn't gone on his rampage tour over Gur. The overall story is there is an arena in Ulgu, in the capital of the Daughters of Cain in Hagnar, and Morathi has her bodyguard, Melusai Ironscale. No, not Ironscale. This was before Iron Scales were a thing. A regular Melusai, and she sent her out to uncover some, well, intrigues in certain sects of the Daughters of Cain, because Morathi, as she is Morathi, well, she knows that there are some of the daughters who are, well, not really happy with her. And the Melusai was on the quest to find out who is the traitor, what is their plan, and so on. And she comes back and says, "Haha, I found nothing. Everyone is loyal to you, my queen." And during their conversation, there is fighting in the arena and so on. And at the end, there are 3 daughters in the arena who were sent in after the last fight in the arena. And the whole thing is that these are 3 novellas in this book. And while those 3 are fighting, Morathi tells her Melusai bodyguard the story of those 3. We have an assassin, the first story, which is my favorite one. Every story is connected because somehow everything has to do with some relic. It's not the same one, it's always a different one, but they're on the hunt for relic, and on their way they have to prove their loyalty to Morathi and Cain. And every story, of course, has a certain twist in it. There are some nice facts about the inner workings of the sects, how they are intriguing against each other, sacrifices, blood dances, training, and so on. There are really nice tidbits in there. So for the first story, as I've said, the assassin, my favorite story of those 3, she is on her quest to kill 3 demonettes, and the fight against the demonettes is amazing. However, it is halfway through the story, and I was very, very afraid that the rest of the story, and I mean literally half, is just the fight against those 3 demonettes. Because it starts really strong, the fight scene. And luckily, I'm sorry, this is a slight spoiler, it is not the end of the story. So there is something after that with a twist, which I really liked. And the fight scene with the demonettes on how they are manipulating you, how they want you to basically surrender to Slanesh, so good, very well written. The second story, we have, of course, another daughter of Cain, but this time accompanied by a warlock, which is fascinating because we don't get to see warlocks. No one likes to play them. They're, well, because they're basically slaves. They're half souls of the Daughters of Cain. They are there. And to see a friendship between a daughter and a warlock is also very fascinating. And this one is in, the first one, sorry, is in Ulgu. So she travels from Gairan to Ulgu. The second one is in Akshi, and they're fighting against the Khorne Bloodbound because they have an artifact And also, again, there's a twist at the end, which is enjoyable. And we have a cameo of Stormcast Eternals. Also very nice, in which we get some blood magic with the Stormcasts. Amazing scene. I loved it. It's not really something grand. It's something close. It's intimate to the Stormcasts. So really, really good. The third one, at first I was like, oh no, what is this? What happens here? We have another daughter who is old. Rejuvenation doesn't work anymore. She fell out of favor of Cain. And well, she gets older and older. Her hair is gray. Her joints ache. And yeah, she's like, I don't want to die like this. I have to fight and die in battle. I have to kill someone, blah, blah, blah. Daughters of Cain stuff, basically. And she's so desperate in all of this that she succumbs to the temptation that she wants to use a Slaaneshi artifact. And she takes steps to mislead her sisters, and they all don't know what they're really doing. Some of them have a clue, one of them knows a little bit more and stuff. So very weak beginning for me, but a very strong ending for this one. Well, they all end very strong, but the first one is still my favorite one. And whoever thinks that Games Workshop is just like, oh no, we're not doing the sexual themes or something like that. No, this is full on. You have stuff in here. It's not detailed. It's still, of course, there are innuendos here and there. They're saying we're doing stuff. And so it's not what you think. It's very delicate. Like with the Triumph of St. Catherine and Rose at War in 40k, you know that these three stories are written by women. And I love it. This is such a refreshing wind. And I want more of this. But yeah, ultimately, at the end, we get the reveal of everything, because Morathi, well, told her Melusai bodyguard all these stories. And the ending is just so good. However, in all of this, this is a book written for Daughters of Cain fans, or people who are interested in Daughters of Cain, who want to know more a little bit of the Mortal Realms, especially Ulgu, of course. We get to see the inner workings of the whole Daughters of Cain society. What I really liked is that they are not, well, of course, they are blood-crazed maniacs, but it's not like with when Korn is an enemy and it's just like blah, 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 blah. But we get nuances here. And of course, order fighting with order. So, as I've said, Stormcast, sometimes it's Cities of Sigmar, of course, and it's always against chaos in this book. So for everyone else, probably you can skip this, sadly. It's a very well written book by 3 different authors. You get to see the different writing styles in this book, as these are not short stories, these are novellas, as I've said, and it's not an anthology with 30-page short story for every author. So you have a little bit of character development. So ultimately, I just hope that this book is a little hint for the future of the Daughters of Cain, because apparently, this is not really a spoiler, it's in the first few pages, Hellebrand is still a thing in the Mortal Realms of Age of Sigmar. Hellebrand in the old world is the rival of Morathi. She was another daughter of Cain, and she's here. Maybe she's a reincarnation, maybe she survived, or we don't know. We just know she's there. She's still doing her thing. Still wants to usurp Morathi. Well, now, after Broken Realms, this is going to be hard, but yeah. But very, very interesting. So, all in all, As a daughter of Fane, what is wrong with me today? As a daughter of Cain fan, I give this book a solid 8 out of 10 dead cornates on the sacrificial altar to Cain. And for everyone else, probably a pass, or when you read it, a 7. Because there is not really much else here. It's really hyper focused on the daughters, which I love. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this book? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write Cain in the comments. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!